My name is Nassine Saps.
Let me ask you a question. Has anything ever happened to you that you couldn't explain? That made you feel sort of foolish when you tried to tell somebody about it? Well, if it has, you have plenty of company, as you'll soon see.
Your dad suffered a tragedy before you were born, losing his wife and his daughter. How do you think those years shaped who he is?
Significant opportunities to make some real changes. We are at an inflection point, I believe, in the world economy. Not just the world economy, in the world. It occurs every 3 or 4 generations. As one of the top military people said to me in a secure meeting the other day, 60 million people died between 1900 and 1946. And since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it. So anyway, I'm going to hush up, Mary, fire away.
No, I mean it. I'm not being facetious. Democrats and Republicans. I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated. No, I mean it. I'm not being facetious. Democrats and Republicans. I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated. The fact is, you can't look at that television and say, nothing happened on the 6th. You can't listen to people who say this was a peaceful march.
Here's the police opening the gates and letting the protesters in. You think I'm kidding? Watch this.
Police are squabbling with protesters. Oh, there we go. And they just breached the Capitol again.
The cops let them in. The cops let them in. The cops are in here taking selfies with them. Here's the police opening the gates and letting the protesters in. You think I'm kidding? Watch this.
Police are squabbling with protesters. Oh, there we go. And they just breached the Capitol again.
What the heck is going on in this wacky photo? It doesn't even look real, but it is. When President Biden and the First Lady visited Jimmy and Rosalind Carter in Georgia last week, a White House photographer snapped a photo that's launched 1,000 memes. Land of the Giants. Honey, I Shrunk the Carters. This one uses a scene from the movie Elf. Biden meets Carter. So what's going on here? Why do the Bidens look like giants and the Carters like hobbits?
Gray aliens exist because Lucifer, the devil, Satan, fell from heaven, fell from God's grace. Lucifer, being made by Jesus Christ, being God, fell into this world and manipulated and did all these things genetically with people and with animals and different things, and created a quote-unquote family of his own that he wanted. He wanted his own family that he can rule over and be king of everything. God said no to the devil with him being able to do that, and so the devil understands this. And so now all the devil wants to do is make sure to kill every single man, woman, and child while escaping from God's wrath into another timeline that is presently going on right now. However, back in 2015, 2016, something happened that and this something that happened was God himself did it. And God said that the time travel technology and the dimension hopping, dimension traveling technologies will no longer work fully 100%. There's going to be errors introduced into the technology, and so it's going to become inaccurate, and it's going to become messed up, and it's not going to work the way it used to work. And the reason that God said that was because the end of the world is coming, and meaning the end of all evil things is coming, and God is wrapping up the wickedness in this world, and basically everything that good people want is going to happen. But before that happens, the one world government, new world order, mark of the beast system, where you have to have this stuff put into your body in order to be hooked up into their monetary system to buy and sell things, has to come out first. And only after that happens, then the end is actually really going to come. But that hasn't happened yet. And other things have to happen before this mark of the beast system comes out. Okay. One of the things that have to happen is people have to get more acclimated to technology, meaning the quote unquote third world has to stop being so third world, and the third world and the first world have to meet technological parity across this plane, okay? Across this world, okay? Across the earth, meaning there can't be this technological gap of society from really poor countries and really rich countries, okay? The technology has to be distributed in a way where it's more even. So a precursor to this already is computers. You know, pretty much computers are in every country. Phones, pretty much phones are in every country. Television, pretty much television is in every country. And so power plants, electricity. So all of these things are now pretty much almost in every country. But now it has to be, the level of the development has to go up a little bit. And there's two ways of increasing the level of development. Okay, there's the positive way of increasing it, and then there's the negative way of increasing it. Okay, I'll tell you the positive way. The positive way is investing in the societies of whatever nation or country in order to increase their development level, of the technology development level. That's positive. Okay, so the negative way is going to where the first world countries are and basically bombing the shit out of the first world countries and destroying the first world countries' society as much as possible in order to bring down the level of the technology of first world nations. So that's the negative way. So guess which way is going to happen, right? So once that happens, and then the mark of the beast system comes out, people with the there's various things that people say what it is. Some people say it's a microchip. Some people say it's nanotechnology. Some people say it's like going to basically change your body into something else. And anyone that takes the mark of the beast, their bodies will no longer be human. And they will fundamentally change in a way that they can't change back to being a normal human being anymore. So the thing that is going to happen is it's going to, at the DNA level, okay, the mark of the beast is a satanic, technological, genetic manipulation system that is going to allow you to spiritually directly connect to fallen angels and evil spirits, okay? Fallen angels and evil spirits being the principality, the evil principalities and powers in the air, that they literally float in the air and they fly through the air. Okay, and also they literally go through electricity in terms of wiring. Fallen angels and evil spirits can travel through cables and power lines and things like that, okay? That is also possible for them to do. Remember, fallen angels and evil spirits are supernatural in nature. They do not have purely a physical form. Their bodies are made out of spiritual substance and spiritual material that they can manipulate and change the very structure of their body in order to travel using various mediums, including through the air and including through electronic equipment, through whatever. Okay. So, okay, the satanic military system that is set up to control and rule over the world for the purpose of destruction of every man, woman, and child. That is the actual point of it. It is to destroy everyone and everything in it.
I don't think politicians are natural crooks. Not all of them? No, I don't think most of them are. I think they are actors. And actors are neither men nor women. Actors belong to a third sex. Actors are actors, and one aspect of it is the political game. But that kind of acting is not lying, as long as it refers to and reflects and exalts the essential, commonly held ideals of a culture. Those performances are part of our culture, even though they are performances, even though some of the actors themselves may be cynical about their performance. But what we have now cannot be excused in those terms.
No, I mean it. I'm not being facetious. Democrats and Republicans. I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.
Imagine a lady, that lady, who thinks that she's Marilyn Monroe reincarnated. We're joined from Cleveland by that lady, Sherry Lee Laird. She claims to have been the blonde bombshell in another life. Well, maybe in this life. I'm a little confused if you're reincarnated or flashback. I welcome you, though, and we also welcome the doctor who was interviewing you, Adrian Finkelstein, a psychiatrist specializing in past life regression. Okay, but let me ask you, Sherry Lee, do you honestly believe that you are Marilyn reincarnated?
Sure, it's just a really simple thing to me.
Well, tell me why. Why do you think? Why have you convinced yourself of this?
Well, I didn't really convince myself of it. I was trying to get rid of it. It was something that happened all my life, from childhood up. Being where we were in Canada, we didn't really have much exposure to Marilyn Monroe. So I suffered with this all my life, and I just wanted to get rid of it. And that's why I talked to my doctor. I actually was looking for somebody in Toronto just to hypnotize it out of me.
That this young lady is Marilyn Monroe redo.
Yeah, I believe now. It took me 8 years to believe that.
And you really believe it, though?
Right now, yes. I didn't believe it in the beginning for a long time, and she didn't believe it. So we ended up, after hundreds of proofs, scientifically, meticulously done, under hypnosis, through biometric research, through synchronicity research, my evaluation as a psychiatrist, and so forth, that she is the reincarnation of Marilyn Monroe.
I don't think most of them are. I think they are actors. And actors are neither men nor women. Actors belong to a third sex. Actors are actors, and one aspect of it is the political game. But that kind of acting is not lying, as long as it refers to and reflects and exalts the essential, commonly held ideals of a culture. Those performances are part of our culture, even though they are performances, even though some of the actors themselves may be cynical about their performance. But what we have now cannot be excused in those terms.
No, I mean it. I'm not being facetious. Democrats and Republicans. I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.